What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another rebuild, and today we're going to be doing the Los Angeles Clippers. And I'm kind of thinking that whenever I just do like a normal, pretty much straight up rebuild, I think what I'm actually going to end up doing, at least for the better teams, is just to try to go for a three-peat. I think we're going to try to go for a three-peat with the better teams, and then with worse teams, we'll just try to win one championship. So with teams like the Clippers today, we're going to go for a three-peat. So I think another thing I'm going to start doing is just simming completely through the 2020 season just to get to the playoffs at the start of every, like present day rebuild. Because that's basically where we're at now in real life, and start today is broken. So after doing that, we are the 3 seed. I mean, these playoffs don't matter. We're basically going to start our rebuilds at the start of 2021. So we lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Bucks, or not the Bucks, to the Warriors, and they go on to lose to the Bucks in the championship. Giannis is your finals MVP. Not that that really matters. So now we can actually officially get into the rebuild. So the Knicks have our first round pick this year, so we're not going to have any picks in the first round as of now, but they're going to be picking at 26. So you guys know me. You know I like to trade up, so we're definitely going to look to do that. But let's go ahead and hire some new staff. Let's get Randy Martin in there. We'll keep Doc Rivers, and we can keep Sam Cassell for a year or two. I mean, he's got 2 years left on his deal. He might just ride out his contract. We'll bring in Logan Mills, and we'll get a new assistant GM as well. So we'll bring in Michael Williams, and we get all of those guys. So on to the draft, where, like I said, I do not have a pick. And by the way, I'm using a different draft class this time. I'm using Laser's draft class. I'm sure you guys have heard of him or watched him before, but Six Rings of Steel has been using Laser's draft classes lately, and they seem to be better than the ones that I've been using. That's just the top options on PC. So I think I'm going to try to run with these for a little bit. He actually has draft classes that go all the way up to 2024. So if we do get that far, we'll have real players at least up until then. So why not change it up? So I am going to try to trade up in this draft. So we're going to try to send Rodney McGruder, Terrence Mann, and our second round pick, which is the 27th pick in the second round. We're going to see how high this can get us. I'm going to try to get 10 from the Trailblazers, and they don't want to do that. So who's got 11? The Thunder. Can we get that? No. Okay. We'll try 13 with the Wizards. Wow. All right. Let's try 15 from the Kings, and they agree to that. So we get the 15th pick. Let's go ahead and sim up to that and see who we got available. Isaac Okoro and Devin Vassell are here. Nico Mannion. You know what? I'm going to take Isaac Okoro, and let's get out of this draft. So we got Isaac Okoro. We got Landry Shamet is going to be accepted. JaMychal Green declines his player option. That's fine. So qualifying offers, these two guys were in the G League. They can get that, I suppose, because why not? And in free agency, of course, we have no money. I do definitely want to bring back Montrezl Harrell for sure. He's got no offers, so let's go ahead and give him that. And Reggie Jackson doesn't really have a spot on this team, but I think I will give him that deal, and just to use as a trade asset. These guys we don't have bird rights on, so does not matter. And we can renounce the rights on JaMychal Green as well, unless he's restricted, which he's... no. Why would I think he's restricted? He's 30 years old, for God's sake. And Marcus Morris as well. I doubt we can afford him. Let's just quickly look. Maybe we can. Okay, let's try to bring Marcus Morris back as well. We'll see if it lets us sign him, and it does. So, like I said, we're looking for some trades involving Reggie Jackson. We're also going to look for a trade involving Marcus Morris. This one caught my eye. We can bring Tobias Harris back to the Clippers, but I would prefer not to give up Patrick Beverley, but of course we have to throw him in there to get the money to work. So that is unfortunate. Is there anybody else? Like, I want to keep Lou Will and Patrick Beverley. I'd rather not give up Zubats either. Man, that's unfortunate. Is there anybody in free agency that we could give a decent chunk of money to? Is the real question at this point. Nobody really good, unfortunately. So let's try to get Jordan McRae. Let's just give him as much as we possibly can. And he does accept that. So maybe we can include Jordan McRae in this deal. So we had Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris. And there's Tobias Harris. So if we take out Patrick Beverley, can we include Jordan McRae? That's not going to work. What if we take out... No. We're down 300,000, dude. I might just go sign a minimum guy then in that case. All right, so we got the money to work out on this one. I just want to see if we might be able to snag a first-round pick or two involving this deal with Tobias Harris. So that's going to be a no, but we are able to get their 2021 pick, so that is fine with me. Now let's take a look at our team real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got our rotation. I'm just going to make sure we got 15 players, and we'll be good to go for actually year 1. So we're actually going to do 2 more trades. We're going to send Kylo Quinn, who I was planning on keeping around, and a second-round pick to the Hawks for Bruno Fernando, just because his value gets typically pretty good after a year or two, and we're just going to ship off Michael Beasley. We can get a first from the Bulls. You know what? Sure. Why the hell not? So let's see if we get these guys back on the qualifying offer, and we should, and we do. So player progression. Kawhi is a 96, Paul George 91, Harrell and Tobias Harris both 84. Zubac's up to an 80, which is nice. Lou Will definitely regressed a little bit, but we got some decent progression from these other guys. I did actually stick Cabangeli in the G League for the past season. I don't remember why, but that's why he went up 6. So he's probably going to be in the G League again anyway. But let's move on to training camps where we will have 3. And let's just get this draft class in real quick. So 2021, there we go. And training camps, let's go untapped potential. And where is Isaac Okoro? He's at an A now. Let's send Zubats. And he stays at an A-, of course. And we can send Cabangeli. Goes up to an A-. So on to year number 1, basically. Let's take a look at this rotation. So we got Patrick Beverley, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Tobias Harris, and Montrezl Harrell as our starting 5. Then off the bench, we got Zubats, Lou Will. I'm actually going to have Lou Will get some more minutes. He'll be our actual 6-man. Cabangeli, who's not actually going to play. He's going to be in the G League. So we are going to have Shamit. He's going to get a little bit less minutes, and then we're going to have Okoro. So, there we go. Do I actually want to give him 20 minutes? No. We'll do that. We'll do 17 and 13 to Shamit. All right, so we're going to be all good there. Let's take a look at system proficiency. I don't really want to run grit and grind. Should we just go to balanced? We might just go to balanced. How did Kawhi do last year on grit and grind? 26 points. Wait a minute. Those are his stats from 2 years ago. Okay. So this game is very broken. You know what? Grit and grind's fine. That'll work. So I do want to stick a couple of guys in the G League, though. Those being Cabangeli, Fernando, and Jonathan Motley and Amir Coffey. So the old 2-way contract players trick here. We'll get that done, and then we will go on to simming year 1. So I will see you guys at the end of the first season. So at the end of the actual year number 1, we finished with a record of 57 and 25. Luka wins MVP, Wiseman Rookie of the Year, Boogie 6-man, Kawhi DPOY. That is good to see. He was almost 50, 40, 90 actually. That's pretty crazy for Kawhi, I think. Ja Most Improved, and Brad Stevens Coach of the Year. So we are a 2 seed behind the Timberwolves of all teams. Let's take a quick look at stats. Kawhi definitely killed it for us this year. And I'm really not sure why it's not showing anybody's stats from the previous season. That's really weird. But 26 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 2.5 steals a game. And that efficient, that is crazy for Kawhi. Paul George was fairly solid. He's really not that great in the sim in this game, but 18.5 points, almost 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. He was 50, 40, 90, so he's very efficient, just didn't put up a whole bunch of volume. and that could potentially be because of our system. Tobias Harris, 16 points, 5.5 boards, 3 assists. Pretty solid efficiency as well. Montrezl Harrell was pretty good. Almost 16 points, 7.5 boards. The one thing that we definitely lack on this team is rebounding, which is a little unfortunate. But Lou Will was good as our sixth man. The three-point percentage was a little bit low, but it is what it is. Isaac Okoro in his rookie year, yikes. The efficiency was horrible. But, yeah, hopefully he'll improve. Patrick Beverley, he's never efficient, but he does play really good defense. So that's that. Ivica Zubac actually does get boards, so might end up having to start him. But we'll see how that goes. And then Shaman had about 5 points a game. So we're taking on the Nuggets in round 1 of the playoffs. They got Jamal Murray, Tim Hardaway, Michael Porter Jr., Steven Adams, and Nikola Jokic. Very interesting starting 5. And we get eliminated. Great. We lose in 6. Oh, God. Yeah, you know, I did not think, and they go on to win the championship. I really did not think that Steven Adams at the 4 was going to work out, but apparently it did. So, three-peat's not happening, but we're going to try to win back to... We just got the first pick in the draft. Thanks, Chicago. What? That's crazy. Okay. So we have 1. We have 26 and 27. What the... Dude. That's nuts. All right, on to the draft. So, who are we going to take? Cade Cunningham, actually. Yeah, we're going to take Cade Cunningham here. Because we could use an upgrade at point guard, I think. So, we'll take Cade. Do I want to try to trade up? So, I kind of figure, why the hell not try to trade up? So, this is not going to get me 5, is it? No, I didn't think so. What if I throw in... Would I prefer Beverly or Lou Will? Honestly, probably would prefer to keep Lou Will. So if I throw wow, he has 1.5 star trade value. Oh, yikes. That's not great. What about Lou Will? Also 1.5 star? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so maybe we're not going to get 5. All right, who's got 6? That's not going to work. So Knicks. Okay, so we got 6. So let's just see. Jalen Green goes 2. Evan Mobley goes 3. Scotty Barnes 4. Musa Cease 5. And we are here at 6. So we could get Jonathan Kuminga. We could get like BJ Boston. I think we're just going to take Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah, we'll take him. He's gotten really good for me before in just my own rebuild I did on the side. So... He's a perimeter lockdown. He's got really good defense as well. Great. That is really good. So Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both opt out, so they're going to be free agents. We are going to pick up the option on Kevin Jelly. So obviously we're going to try to get both of those guys back. We will extend the qualifying offer to those 2 guys right there. Oh no. Why does it say we don't have bird rights on Kawhi? That's not good. Okay, but we are his number 1 offer. We do have bird rights on Paul George, which is good. And he's not even getting a real offer. Thank God. Okay, so we'll give him that. Hopefully, that'll take it for both of them. And it looks like it should. So I'd prefer not to renounce rights on these 2 guys. I'd like for them to come back at the qualifying offer. So hopefully, this is not going to screw us here, 2K. Please don't. All right, we're good. So we get them both back. And that is... That's like our big move in this offseason is just keeping both of these star players. However, I am considering trading Tobias Harris. So I think I know who I want to go after. So it's not going to help our rebounding out at all. But it should be quite an interesting fit with this team. So we're going to throw Shamit, Tobias Harris, and Vika Zubac in there. Can this get me Kristaps Porzingis? Okay, they're acquiring too much salary, unfortunately. I don't know that this is going to work anyway. Is there anybody I'd actually like to take back? Like Seth Curry might have too much value. Paul Millsap. Wow, he's got 3 stars. What about Dwight Powell? 2.5. And obviously not Luka. Although I would love that. DeLon Wright might be our best shot at getting Kristaps. So we don't have any future picks really to throw in. But we will offer them this package for Kristaps. And yeah, that's not going to do it. So what if we take out Shamet? What if we put in... I would prefer to keep Isaac Okoro, but if this deal gets us Kristaps, I will give him up. Nope. All right. Okay, so I started looking elsewhere, and I kind of thought that Marvin Bagley would be an interesting addition to this team. So, with a counter, if I just offer Tobias Harris straight up? No, of course not. And unfortunately, it looks like they're having a bit of cap issues. So, Shamet is making marginally too much to actually get this deal done. Kabengele actually want to be our backup big for this upcoming season. So Bruno Fernando does have 3-star trade value. They can't afford it. Will that get the deal done? Would you also possibly throw me a future first, like a 2024? No. What about just straight up for Marvin Bagley? No. Okay, what if I throw in some picks? Okay, so we have to give up 2 future firsts to get Marvin Bagley, but we do manage to pull that off. So we are going to play him at power forward. It's definitely going to be an interesting team. I'm hoping we can win the championship this year because we have no draft capital at all. Okay, so I'm just filling out the 15-man roster. Jonathan Motley actually got a 3-year deal with another team, so we are going to match that, which is actually going to help us out. We could potentially try to use that to match salary with another player. So there was one trade I was looking at. It was going to be Landry Shamet, Isaac Okoro, and Ivica Zubats. And we're actually getting this offer. Buddy Hield and Bruno Fernando. And we can actually just give up DeAndre Bembry, who I also just signed in free agency. So another trade with the Kings. Or we could get Spencer Dinwiddie. Andrew Wiggins is... Nah, no thanks. I'm between Dinwiddie and Hield. And, oh god, that's tough. I think I want to go Buddy Hield because we also get back Bruno Fernando, who we could use in another trade. Kyrie Walker has got B+ potential. I think I'm going to go Buddy Hield. And then we could possibly try to package Lou Will and Jonathan Motley, maybe, and Bruno Fernando in a deal and see what we can get. We can get Jared Allen, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, but definitely no to Julius Randle. So no great offers here for that. Okay, so we are actually going to go back and try to get Spencer Dinwiddie. He's somehow ended up on the Lakers. So will they take Lou Will, Bruno Fernando, and Jonathan Motley for Spencer Dinwiddie? Actually, you know what? I feel like they should do this. Can I possibly get a pick back? Like this New Orleans pick with the swap? No. Okay. What about a 2025? No. What about no pick at all? Okay. So we got to settle for no pick on there, but our rotation for next year, I think, is set. It's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do have our 9-man rotation. I'll just fill out the roster, and I will see you guys at the player progression, I guess. So here at player progression, Kawhi still a 96, Paul George down to a 90. Marvin Bagley moving to power forward is up to an 89. Harrell and Dinwiddie both at 85. Kabengele up to an 84, so is Buddy Hield, Cunningham at an 80. So our team is looking pretty good. I think our rotation is almost entirely 80 or above at the moment. I think Jonathan Kuminga is our lone below 80 player. So we'll get the 2022 draft in there and go on to training camps where we've got 3. Let's look at untapped potential. So we will send Kabengele again. He goes up to an A. Cade Cunningham should already be an A+. He is. Kuminga is already an A+ as well. And I don't believe we've got anybody else I really care to send. So we can send, like, Montrezl Harrell, and we will send Buddy Hield, I suppose. So let's advance to year number 2. Take a look at this rotation. I do want Cade Cunningham to start. Spencer Dinwiddie's going to come off the bench. So let's just take those minutes down a little bit for those guys. Kuminga, You know what? I wish we had a better backup 3 so that we could stick Kuminga in the G League for a year, but I guess he'll get 15 minutes a night. I do also want to get Spencer Dinwiddie some more minutes, so I guess it's going to look like that. The bench is kind of funky, but Kuminga is our lone below 80 overall player in our entire rotation. So let's take a look at system proficiency. Grit and grind still 4-star. Anything higher than that doesn't appear to be. So I guess we can stick with grit and grind. I've never really ran it before, to be honest with you. So I've never been a huge fan of what it sounds like. But we will send a couple of guys to the G League. Actually, I guess just Amir Coffee. Yep, that's going to be it. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2, and we'll see if we can make the playoffs. Well, we're going to make the playoffs, but we'll see if we can make it to a finals this year. So at the end of year number 2, we actually finished with a worse record than last year. We finished with a record of 52-30, 5 wins worse than last year. Giannis wins MVP. Evan Mobley, Rookie of the Year, Bol, Sixth Man, Anthony Davis. I was trying to say Anthony and AD at the same time. Anyway, he's DPOY. Cole Anthony, Most Improved, and Mike Malone, Coach of the Year. So we're going to end up being a 3 seed, which is honestly better than I expected. But taking a look at stats, Kawhi was once again our leading scorer, 21 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. Again, 50-40, actually not again, but he was 50-40-90 this year. Very, very good for Kawhi. Marvin Bagley, second leading scorer. He had almost 17 points, 10.5 boards. Pretty efficient as well. He shot 36 from 3, which isn't bad. So happy with that. He's up to a 90 as well. Montrezl Harrell, 15 points, 7 boards. Pretty efficient from the field. Paul George. God, Paul George, man, he's regressing so hard. Or he just does not do well in the sim. I might look to trade him this offseason, to be honest with you. So, anyway, he had 15 points, 5.5 boards, 4 assists, shot 46, 37, 89. I would hope for better from Paul George, honestly. I really would. Cade Cunningham was pretty good, shot 43 from deep. Pretty happy with that. Buddy Hield was very good off the bench. Didn't have a whole ton of volume, but he was very efficient. Spencer Dinwiddie, not the best three-point shooter in the world, but his per 36 stats were looking pretty good. So that's fine. And Jonathan Kuminga didn't get a whole lot of minutes, but he's up to an 80 now. And Kevin Jelly, per 36, looking pretty solid. Not the greatest three-point shooter either, but otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. So we're taking on the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. They were the 1 seed last year. They got D'Lo, Devin Vassell, Jarrett Culver, James Wiseman, and Karl Anthony Towns. That is an interesting team. And we're down 3-0. You got to be kidding me. All right, on to Simcast. Come on, don't get swept in the first round. You got, oh my God. Okay, so 3-peat challenge, totally out the window. Well, that's disappointing, as the Sixers go on to sweep the Pelicans, I believe, and Ben Simmons is your finals MVP. All right, on to the offseason. So we have no picks in this draft, as we know, which is unfortunate, and I think I'm not going to bring back Doc Rivers. I think we're going to go after Nick Nurse, try to switch some things up just a little bit, and we'll get Vince Carter as our assistant coach, because why not? And we do get both of those guys, so that's good. On to the draft, and this is the Money Bates draft. And do we even have really any assets I would like to trade? Like, I might trade Paul George. I really might. All right, I think I'm going to shake some things up. So I think I'm going to send Montrezl Harrell to apparently the Raptors. Steven Adams has found himself on now after, I guess he signed with the Nuggets, and they traded him to Toronto. So we're going to pick up Steven Adams because I feel like we don't really need as much offensive help. I think we could use some more rebounding, though. So Steven Adams is definitely going to help with that. Montrezl Harrell is just not the greatest rebounder. So could I potentially look at moving maybe Spencer Dinwiddie for something? Possibly. Possibly. What can I get for Spencer Dinwiddie? Derrick Rose. Not really interested in Derrick Rose, I don't think. Unless he's just really good for some reason. Not really. Is there anybody else? Malcolm Brogdon I could get. Oh. That's tempting. You know what? We do have to give up a first, but we're going to do that. Spencer Dinwiddie and a future first for Malcolm Brogdon. We're kind of going all in because we are going into the final year anyway. And I do still have Paul George. All right, so at the moment, I've got these two, Paul George and Buddy Hield, Kawhi and Kuminga, and Steven Adams and Cabin Jelly. So, and what's his name? Marvin Bagley. So that's our starting rotation at the moment. But what can I get for Paul George? I can get Jaylen Brown. Okay. Honestly, Siakam. I can get the first overall pick. Oh, God, if I do that, I can get Amani Bates. Could get D'Lo, but I need defense. I could get Clay, but he's also pretty underwhelming in the sim, at least in terms of volume. But he is definitely more efficient. And he's got A+ defense as well. You know what? We'll do this. We'll trade Paul George to the Warriors. We'll get Clay and a second-round pick that I'm not even gonna make. So we're not gonna make any draft picks this year. But no rookies to sign. We will pick up the option on Cabin Jelly for sure. KD's a free agent. That's interesting. And we'll give Bagley and Amir Coffey the qualifying offer. So definitely want to look to bring back Marvin Bagley. He is restricted, luckily. So I think we're basically good for next year. I'm not sure if I really want to make any other moves. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Bagley will be 9. So yeah, we're good. Let me just make sure the roster's all full and everything, and I'll see you guys at player progression. All right, so at player progression, Kawhi regresses to a 95, Bagley's up to a 90, Malcolm Brogdon 88, so is Clay. Cabin Jelly at an 86, Hield 85, Cunningham and Steven Adams both 84. Kuminga goes up 3, and Amir Coffey goes up 4. So I do have the potential to make a trade, so I may look, but actually this draft class, you know what, we might as well put it in just in case we decide to go to a year 4, but I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. So untapped potential on our training camps. Who do we want to send? Cabin Jelly finally up to an A+. Who else we got? Steven Adams and Malcolm Brogdon. Sure, why not? You guys can just go get up to an A+ as well. So, like I said, I am going to possibly look for a trade, but nothing is guaranteed at the moment. All right. So I'm not going to make any trades. This is going to be the rotation for year 3. We are actually going to start Brogdon. So we'll have Brogdon, Clay, Kawhi, Marvin Bagley, and Steven Adams as our starting 5. Then off the bench, we got Cabin Jelly, Buddy Hield, Cade Cunningham, and Jonathan Kuminga. So let's take a look at system proficiency. Balance is at 4, and that is our highest. That's unfortunate. You know what? I want to go to 7 seconds, actually. I've been having a lot of success with 7 seconds or less lately, so we will do that. We might as well send Amir Coffey down to the G League, just because why not? He's not going to play as it is. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, and hopefully we can make it out of the first round this time. So at the end of year number 3, we finished with our best record so far. 62-20 is our record this year. Giannis MVP, Money Bates Rookie of the Year, Bol 6-man, Giannis DPOY, Cabin Jelly Most Improved. Nice. And Nick Nurse Coach of the Year as well. So we are the 1 seed in the West. Kawhi was once again our leading scorer. Almost 24 points, 6 boards, 4.5 assists, 50-40-90 again this year. Very good from him. Clay was very efficient as well. 18 points, 4 assists. Pretty decent with that. You know what? Those are pretty good Clay numbers in the sim in this game, I think. Marvin Bagley was pretty good again. 17 points, 8.5 boards. 3-point shot took a little bit of a dip, but was still pretty good overall. Malcolm Brogdon, very good. Double-double in the year. 15 points, 10 assists. Very efficient as well. Was very close to being 50-40-90. Buddy Hield was very efficient off the bench. Cade Cunningham was also very efficient off the bench, also very close to 50-40-90. Cabin Jelly, our most improved player. I mean, his per 36 stats are very similar to last year, but I guess just the volume improved for him this year. Steven Adams doing what we need him to do, grabbing boards down there in the paint, and Jonathan Kuminga definitely improved this year, for sure. Even though he was still limited in playing time, definitely got better. So we're taking on the Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. They still have Russ and Harden. Oh, they got Emoni Bates. Okay. They also have Gallo and Kai Soto. Oh, please win. Okay, we sweep them. I don't know what it is about the Rockets in the sim, but 2K hates the Rockets. On to the second round, taking on the Pelicans. I got Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Chet Holmgren. That is a pretty good team, and we sweep them. Okay, so we're taking on the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, and they knocked us out in round 1 last year. They got the same starting lineup. Can we sweep them too? No, but we do win in 5. So we're taking on the Knicks. The 7-seeded Knicks. Upsetting everybody. Actually, if you look at that, the Eastern Conference Finals was between the 7th and 8th seeds. That's crazy. I honestly wonder if that's ever happened before. But their starting lineup looks like this. They got Quinn Cook, Victor Oladipo, Josh Hart, Ivica Zubac, and Mo Bamba. I think this is going to be an easy W for us. And as I say that, they win game 2. We do win game 3. Come on, let's go up 3-1. And we do. Let's go into Simcast. This is beautiful. And we are up by 4 with 10.5 minutes to go. This is a pretty close game. Okay, we're down 6 with 2:42. We'll sim it out and see what happens because this is only game 5. We're down by 3 with 30 seconds. Yeah, we'll just sim it out because they had the ball. So we're still down 3. We're going to OT? Oh my God. All right, come on. We got it this far. We take the lead with a minute to go. We got to hop in. We got to hop in at this point. All right, so the Knicks do have the ball. They have Malik Monk on their team too. Kawhi's got 25, 6, and 5. Very nice. Oh, we actually got by Kawhi. Oh my God, Malik Monk. All right, we're down 2. Brogdon's got a double-double, 14 assists. Steven Adams has a double-double. Oh, take that, Brogdon. Oh, Bamba blocked it. That's not great. Okay. Just goes right up and under Kawhi, or Clay. We're down by 4. All right, let's try to run a pick and pop with Clay. That didn't work out. We got to score quickly, though. We got 25 seconds to go. We're going to have to foul him. So, Brogdon, pull up. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to play the foul game. I think we're probably going to end up losing this game. So, you know what? I don't feel like playing the foul game. Let's just sim to the end and see what happens. And we do lose that game. So, we did end up losing by 6. Actually, the free throw game did not really work in our favor. So, on to game 6. We are up by 10 in the 4th here. Now we're only up by 2. Okay, let's sim it along a little bit more. All right, we're up 5 for 31 seconds. Let's hop back in. Let's win this championship. So, the Knicks with the ball again. And they still have Kevin Knox, which is interesting. Victor Oladipo with the ball. He's going to pull up. And he does hit that. So, up by 3. For some reason, we take a timeout. I hate the automatic timeouts in this game. So, Kawhi gets player of the game on 28 points on 12 for 20 shooting. Pretty good. Malcolm Brogdon again with a double-double. Brogdon's been really good. Let's hit Kevin Jelly. Can he pull up? He greens it. There we go. Back up by 4. Or 5, actually. But now, the timeouts. All right. So, here we go. 21 seconds to go. Bamba's going to inbound it to Quinn Cook. And he's just going to run straight by Malcolm Brogdon. Jesus, dude. So much for that. Good defense of Malcolm Brogdon. They're going to foul now. I guess we're playing the foul game for the last 17 seconds. But we're not even in the bonus yet. So that's good. See if... I was going to try to see if they can get a shooting foul. And we do end up getting one there. Just for a chance at an and 1. But Steven Adams is going to hit the first and second free throws. So that will put us back up by 5. And they got 12 seconds. Let's see what they can do. Kawhi's going to steal it, and that's going to seal the game. I wanted to shoot with Klay, and I messed up. But they're going to send him to the line because they still think they have a chance with 6 seconds to go. Klay's going to hit those 2 free throws, and that's going to ice the game. So we do end up beating the Knicks by 7 points in Game 6. Kawhi there holding the that is like the 5th time I've called Klay Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard is your finals MVP. And there we go. So that is going to do it. Kawhi was an absolute monster in the finals, it looks like. But that took much longer than I anticipated. Obviously, the three-peat didn't happen. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess we still ended up winning a finals. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, if you guys want to leave a like down below, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. And as always, if you guys have any teams or challenges or anything like that you want to see me do, just leave a comment, and more than likely I will do it. So, with that being said, if you guys are new around here, actually, if you want to hit the subscribe button as well, that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one.